Hello everyone, welcome to our video this week. We're looking at the 5 key areas or work that I've done over the years to help me with pressure. We all get pressure in every form, walk of life, be it in our home life, work life, etc. It happens every day. So I'm going to just share with you the 5 key learnings that I've put into place over my 30 years in leadership, and hopefully take 1 or 2 away today and really push them and helps you in your daily life. So first of all, not a tip, just my view, pressure is good. The right amount of pressure though. Too much pressure is bad, not enough pressure, that's also bad from being bored from that perspective. So for me, pressure is really good. It keeps me on my toes, it allows me to grow, I learn, I try new things, and yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable and it goes in my stretch zone. But you know what? I come away afterwards really, really pleased and think, yeah, I've done something new. So for me, the right amount of pressure is good. So I see pressure as a good thing. So the first tip is I love structure. So over the years, when I felt a bit pressure, etc., I can always go back to my structure, how I've set out my day, my week, my month, but having a clear structure for a day. And of course, you get taken off course throughout the working day for other people or workloads, but coming back to it has allowed me to really take that pressure gauge down. The second thing that I look at is do the hardest thing first. So any workload or any challenges, I try to do those first. I get a huge satisfaction. It is a challenge, but then the rest of the day or the week becomes a lot easier and I feel really good about it. Procrastination is not a good thing. Pure reason being, if you procrastinate and don't get those jobs done, that work's still going to be there, but you're going to get more work piled on top. So it's going to happen. So actually it's going to add to your pressure. So all I want you to do is get that hardest thing done, then the other work will become easier. Because we all know that the work doesn't stop. Number 3 that we're looking at is really look after your mental health and well-being. It's so important to get that right amount of sleep, exercise, also looking at your diet, alcohol, etc., reducing those down, but really looking after yourself. Key tip that I've tried to put into practice over recent years, I turn my phone off an hour or 2 before I go to bed. Do you know what? That really helps because it really gets my mind relaxing before I go to sleep. Number 4, we've said already having a structure, but I like to plan and prepare. So if I'm going into a meeting or a PowerPoint presentation or a client discussion, I want to do some work before to set me up in the best place. I often hear some people say, I wing it or I take a punt. Guess what? It's usually not that good a quality afterwards. And I've seen that many, many times. Whereas I actually think, really prepare well, get that plan in place. What do you need to achieve? Even if it's a job interview, have you planned those questions beforehand, your answers? Have they gone through in your mind? Have you practiced those to really get you in a good place? So I really believe in planning is a great tool to help with your structure and your daily work. So if we look at number 5. So number 5 is, for me, is about reviewing. So even when I've done a presentation or a talk or I've done a bit of work or a project, I always like to go back and review and think, could I have done anything better? So self-critique, not in a over-the-top way, but any small things I can think, do you know what? I actually did an 8 out of 10 that work. How can I make it an 8.5 or a 9 next time? What could I critique? What could I work on that helped me get better? And by doing that, that's really helped me over the years get better and better and growing myself as a person by being self-critiquing. And the other bit is I always ask people feedback on how a session's gone or a presentation, because I'd love to learn and listen and think, actually, what's their view as the receiver? Actually, how can I get better? So there are our 5 tips from today about how to handle pressure. Please join us on our community and subscribe. So really appreciate it. Weekly videos come out from us. And look us up on our website. So Inspirational Coaching Limited. We'd love to have you part of our community and we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you very much. See you then.